Give me the horn.
Now, Death of a Unicorn is a 2025 fantasy horror that tells the story of how a lawyer who works for a greedy pharmaceutical company's family mistakenly runs over a unicorn that sets off a chain of events of deadly consequences.
I think you might be leaving.
And here's 5 reasons you should watch this movie. Reason number 1, Elliot.
Whatever this is, just get it out of your system before we get there.
Are you talking about my personality?
Now, Elliot Kittner is the attorney for the Leopold estate. They are a family who manufacture and produce some of the finest pharmaceuticals in the world, often charging hefty prices for life-saving medicines. Medicines that are many times unattainable for those without money. While on their way to a retreat and having an argument with his teenage daughter, he runs over a large animal. But after getting out of the car to see what he hit, he is completely baffled by what he sees next.
It's dead.
Reason number 2, Ridley.
But you know that philanthropy is it's reputation laundering for the oligarchy.
Now, Ridley Kittner is the daughter of Elliot. Now, while she and her dad are still reeling from the loss of her mom, they are having an argument about the ethics of Elliot's clients, the Leopold family.
Fine. I will sit there and smile while they plan their predatory price gouging at the dinner table.
Now, Ridley is a staunch opponent of Big Pharma, but Elliot feels that while Big Pharma has its faults, it's mostly good, an opinion Ridley does not share.
Day-to-day is so far above drug pricing, and they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
But while having that argument, their car hits a large animal, an animal that is like anything they've ever witnessed. Reason number 3, Odell.
Loyalty, dedication to the company in that time, because that's the commitment that'll be required.
Now, Odell Leopold is the head of the Leopold estate that runs and governs the sale and distribution of major pharmaceuticals. Now, Odell, suffering from an aggressive form of cancer, has invited Elliot and Ridley to run the Leopold estate for when he's dead. So now the Kittners are to stay with the Leopolds for the weekend to ensure the future of the family's businesses and fortune for once Odell dies. But this is a horror movie, and this is not what happens.
Okay, now granted, this is gonna sound odd, but...
Reason number 4, the unicorn. Now, while standing in the road, our unicorn is hit by the Kittner's car. Seriously wounded from the car, Elliot, trying to do the humane thing, bludgeons and kills the unicorn. And this leads to a unique form of blood to splatter onto Elliot and Ridley's clothes and body. But this blood is in the color of a prism or a rainbow-esque hue. We later find out that the blood of the unicorn has healing properties which fixes Elliot's vision and cures Ridley's acne. Now, Elliot, trying to keep from getting in trouble with the law, brings our dead unicorn with he and Ridley and leaves him in the car as they meet his boss's family. But that's when things get really crazy. Reason number 5, greed.
We need to get that creature into HQ to replicate that compound post-haste.
Unable to keep the unicorn a secret, the Leopolds find out about the unicorn's healing properties, and this results in Odell's cancer being cured. But instead of letting the unicorn go, the Leopolds try to package and exploit the unicorn's DNA as a cure-all to diseases. And their plan? Sell the unicorn's DNA to the rich and leave those without money to suffer. But this decision proves to be deadly as the dead unicorn's parents come looking forward.
What they wanted,
There's no negotiating with monsters.
And they are willing to rip through anyone, including the Leopold's researchers, the Leopold's armed security, and eventually the Leopolds themselves. In the end, Death of a Unicorn is quite an experience. Yes, it is a horror, and yes, it is a comedy, but it's also a conversational piece on the ethics of science and Big Pharma. So, is Big Pharma this all-encompassing evil, or is it a necessary step toward health, progress, and healing? I think this movie sort of skirts the line of taking sides. It's one that we can continue to have as we progress as a society. Now, as for the movie, the acting is great, the story is great, and I enjoy the lore of the mythical unicorn. So, would I recommend it? Yes. But just know, a horror comedy is not for everyone. And until next time, when CEDtalks horror.
Bye.